In an age before time learned to count itself, beyond the edge of ordinary maps stood the kingdom of Lumeria, a land blessed by light, harmony, and four princesses unlike any the world had ever known. They were not only beautiful in form, but powerful in spirit, each born with a gift tied to the forces that sustained life itself. Together, they were known as the Daughters of Dawn. But where light grows strong, shadows gather silently. Far beyond Lumeria's golden fields, in a realm abandoned by hope, an ancient evil stirred, an entity forgotten by history, but not by destiny. He was called the Shadow King, and he hungered not for gold or land, but for the extinction of light itself. Princess Alina, the first light. Alina, the eldest, possessed the gift of wisdom and truth. Her eyes saw beyond deception, and her voice carried calm even in chaos. She ruled with reason, believing that knowledge was the strongest shield against darkness. Princess Mireia, the flame heart. Mireia was fire incarnate, brave, impulsive, and fiercely loyal. She commanded the power of flame and courage, able to ignite hope in the hearts of soldiers and turn fear into strength. Princess Seraphine, the tide bearer. Seraphine ruled the waters and emotions. Her power was healing and compassion. Where others saw enemies, she saw wounded souls. Rivers bent to her will, and sorrow softened at her touch. Princess Elowen, the silent wind. The youngest, Elowen, spoke little but felt deeply. She carried the power of wind and fate, able to sense changes in destiny before they arrived. Many underestimated her, until it was too late. Together, the four princesses formed a balance that kept Lumeria untouched by war for generations. The Shadow King was once a guardian of balance, long before kingdoms rose. But when humans chose a light over shadow, he felt betrayed. Over centuries, that betrayal rotted into hatred. He did not attack Lumeria with armies. He attacked it with whispers. Dreams turned restless. Trust cracked between allies. Small fears grew into quiet doubts. The Shadow King knew one truth. If the sisters were divided, the light would fall. On the night of the silver moon, the Shadow King struck. Alina was lured into a mirror realm where truth twisted into lies. Mireia was trapped within a mountain of black stone, her flames slowly fading. Seraphine was bound beneath an ocean of enchanted sleep. Elowen vanished into the endless sky, lost between moments of time. By dawn, the kingdom of Lumeria stood leaderless. The Shadow King crowned himself ruler of the broken land, believing the age of light had ended forever. But evil made one fatal mistake. He underestimated the bond of sisters. Though separated, the princesses were not powerless. Alina learned that wisdom alone was not enough. She needed faith. Mireia discovered that courage survives even when strength is gone. Seraphine realized healing begins with forgiving oneself. Elowen embraced uncertainty, understanding that destiny bends to those who listen. Across realms, their hearts began to resonate, four lights calling to one another. The people of Lumeria, inspired by legends of the sisters, rose quietly. Farmers hid rebels, children carried messages. Hope, though faint, refused to die. One by one, the princesses broke free. They reunited at the ruins of the Crystal Throne, where the Shadow King awaited them, taller than before, forged from fear and rage. He mocked them. "You are too late. Light always fades." But the sisters stood together, hands joined. Alina spoke truth, shattering illusions. Mireia ignited a flame that burned without consuming. Seraphine unleashed a tide that cleansed corruption. Eloan summoned the wind of destiny itself. The Shadow King screamed, not in pain, but in realization. He was not defeated by power. He was undone by unity. The Shadow King did not die. He faded, reduced to a memory, a warning carved into history. Lumeria was restored, not as it once was, but wiser. The princesses chose not to rule as queens of power, but as guardians of balance. They taught that beauty is strength, compassion is courage, and unity is the greatest magic of all. And so the legend endured. Evil may rise in many forms, but as long as hearts stand together, light will never truly fall. This is not just the story of four princesses, it is the story of what happens when light refuses to surrender.